Hello, good afternoon or kasi afternoon ngayon dito sa Bangkok while I'm recording this. Or okay, if you see this uh, and tsaka morning sa'yo, iti good morning. And then if you see this and then it's evening sa'yo, then good evening. I have thought of doing this series of videos, okay? Kasi na-inspire ko to do these things because I am working on a project, on a campaign called the Be Remarkable campaign with Rado Gatchalian, who is from Sydney, Australia. And so he has started a series of lecturettes on philosophy, which would also cover some things on values, on history, as well as other things that has to do with thinking. So I have started in my YouTube video about dream stealers, if you remember, if you have been following the videos. But okay, I was supposed to talk about okay the powers of two after that. Kaya lang, hindi ko pa kasi natapos yung book, the book that I was reading. And so I thought that it would be best if I finished that first because I feel like I cannot talk or give justice to the topic on the powers of two yet at this moment because parang hindi ko pa siya saklaw, kumbaga. Ano yung gusto kong sabihin that would make sense, okay, to others. Kasi it has to make sense for me to me first before I can share it to others, di po ba? At saka dapat I always tend to draw from life experiences to make things a lot more practical at a lot more actionable. Kasi I feel like while it's great to talk about ideas and it's great to talk about concepts that govern our lives, our day-to-day living, it is also going to be useful if we could also talk, discuss, or share some things that may have worked with us para naman other people may take it away and then perhaps okay, be inspired by it or make use of the things that we have shared. Okay, so the topic for today is, haba ng introduction, no? The topic for today is about growth. Kasi I have I ran two workshops, two full-day workshops on growth. So series of 3 siya, and then I've only finished 2. I was actually supposed to finish a third helping of it. It was requested by an international school here in Thailand in order to cater to the needs, personal development wise, of their teachers. So it's a K to 12 school, and apart from professional trainings on topics that has to do with education that I have done with the group, their leadership team also thought that it would also be more more beneficial for their team of teachers, okay, to also have something that has something to do with their personal development. And so that was the premise of what I'm going to share with you. So today and for this video, I'm just going to share something very like a microcosm of the first training that I ran with the group, and it will be about okay, how do we start on our growth targets, in our goals, in order to grow ourselves, in order to develop ourselves, in order to progress, and in order to be better. So I would like to talk about 3 steps, or let's say, okay, there might be a 4th, okay, towards the end. Let's see. So the first one, I think you've heard so much about this, where you start with your dreams. So there's a section that I would like to call, and it's not new. It's not something that I coined myself. It's dream building. But okay, the part that I always see in a lot of trainings that I've also been a part of before, whether it's marketing or in another field of life or in another field in terms of earning money or in terms of growth, okay, professionally, always, more often than not, yung dream building only focuses on the dreams themselves without looking at factors that have to do with the dreamer that either enhance or may hamper the pursuit of the dreams. Okay, so ano po ang ibig sabihin nun? So for instance, okay, we start with dream building. Merong isang task which is, and you can pause this video later if you wish to actually apply this, okay, within 15 to 20 minutes, what you can do is, okay, you list down numbers 1 to 101. So, and then you time, after you've done the numbering, okay, you time yourself for about 15 to 20 minutes. And what you should do is you clear your mind, okay, about anything that may be bothering you or that you're worrying about at that instant. And then you put your phone away, make sure you put it in silent mode, and make sure that no one bothers you for the next 15 to 20 minutes. If you are at home and you're with your kids, okay, you might want to tell them that, okay, I don't want to be bothered for the next 15 to 20 minutes, or with your spouse, with your parents, or any of your relatives, okay, kumbaga kung sino man yung makasama mo sa bahay. So why is this important? Kasi the premise between why you need to do it in 15 to 20 minutes is because, okay, there's this thing where we second guess ourselves or we doubt our own dreams. Merong mga, over the years and over the time period of our lives when we grow from a young child to an adult, there's research that shows that we have been said no to or replied with a no, okay, in many things that we ask or request or question, that it becomes a kind of a default. So instead of mas maraming yes dapat sana ang marireceive natin over the course of our lives, okay, on the contrary, what is reality is that we receive more no's. And so because of that, kumbaga, nagiging mas mahirap sa atin ang yung thinking of, yung possibility thinking becomes a little bit harder, okay, on us. And I think culturally, especially probably for Filipinos, more than a Western culture, okay? So, balik tayo dun sa 15 to 20 minutes, and you have to list down or write down 101 dreams. So, what, okay, you can do is this, okay? Whatever comes to your mind, okay, na gusto mong gawin, then you just write it. But the question that you have to answer at the very beginning, and that the question, you might want to write this on your paper, is this, okay, that considering that time and money they are of no consequence in your situation. So you have all the money and all the time in the world to do whatever you want, okay, to be with whoever you want, to travel to wherever you want to go, and to do whatever it is, okay, that you want to engage in, whatever project it is that you want to engage in, or education, or learning, or traveling, or buying stuff. Whatever it is that you want, okay, you list them down without, okay, second guessing, without saying whether it's possible or not, okay? So if it comes in and you think it comes in as you ask yourself the question, if time and money are of no consequence, okay, what would I like to be doing? Where would I want to be? Who do I want to be with? What do I want to study? Where do I want to go? So write them all down, 15 to 20 minutes. Okay, so you can pause this video here, okay, if you really actually want to do this, okay, on your own and by yourself and while watching this video. Okay, so imagining or considering, okay, natapos ka na nung 101 dreams mo. So the next step is that you look at, okay, the next layer of this training is that you list down what are your strengths and your abilities, your gifts. Include mo na rin your passions, your interests, the things that you love doing, the things. So kumbaga, you can categorize them, okay? So maybe one category would be your passions. What are your interests? What are the things that you love doing? What are the things that make you get up, okay, in the morning and you get up happy? So that's one category. And then maybe the next category would be what are the things that a lot of people say are your abilities or your strengths, your skills, the things that you do very well at. So ano yon, okay? And then maybe a third category would be things that you feel you could do better at if only you have access to training, or if only you can study more, or if only you have, okay, these are the if onlys that you have kind of thought about, okay, over the course of your life, and that you've never really pursued them, but it's in the back burner, and somehow you feel that they can be developed into your strengths or your abilities or skills. Okay, so you can spend maybe another 15 to 20 up to 30 minutes on this one, but okay, don't overthink it and don't overanalyze. Okay, don't go beyond 30 minutes. So 15 to 20 should be okay. Kasi we are just looking at, okay, yung kumbaga yung you don't want to be overthinking and analyzing these things. And if you spend way too much time on them, there is a tendency to do that. Okay, so that's the second part. All right, so the third part, okay, to this is that you go back to your dreams. There's 101, correct? And then you categorize them into categories in the sense na you look at patterns, for instance, okay? Like there might be, let's say 1 to 10 seems to be like they are all travel. So it looks like your list is trying to tell you that there's a part of you that wants to travel, that wants to move. So you categorize them and lump them together into one category where you say travel. And maybe if there's another pattern there that looks like you wanted to see more of Europe and less of the other places, okay, on the planet, okay, then you put that there. So you kind of build, okay, some kind of category around it, okay, after you've seen some kind of pattern. So you look at, okay, your dreams. Are there categories? Are there categories that has to do with learning, like seeking information and knowledge and developing your skills and abilities? So meron bang workshops or trainings that you wish to attend, and like another degree that you wanted to study? Okay, don't overanalyze yet. Don't think, okay, about whether you have the means to do that financially or time-wise. Okay, don't go there yet. Okay, we will get to that. So the one that you just have to do now is categorizing what are the things that you wish to do for yourself. So then keep on asking and looking for patterns. Okay, maybe there are people who wish to buy things. Okay, again, okay, don't make judgments about, okay, things that you wish to have. There might be a reason why, okay, you're going for these things. Okay, so don't overanalyze that. Okay, for this moment, at this moment, we will go to that in the next talk. Okay. Or you will probably be able to do that on your own, okay, after you're done with this talk. So categorizing. Okay, so as part of the third step, after you've categorized your dreams, you also take a look at, okay, which you try to put either categories or certain items. I-categorize mo din yung mga dreams mo into which ones, okay, in your list or in the categories that you have made or created, which ones would be things that you will probably be able to accomplish within 20 years, within a 20-year span. So you put them there. And then which ones would be things that you would be able to accomplish within 10 to 15. So there's 20 years, 10 to 15 years, 5 years, 2 to 3, and then finally, you have things that you can accomplish or you would like to accomplish within your first year, within 1 year, from the time, okay, that you have started, okay, on your list. And there's a reason, okay, why I'm asking you to do this. So that's the third part, okay, going back. So the first thing that you did was, okay, you listed 101 dreams within 15 to 20 minutes. The second one was, okay, you looked at your passions and interests as well as skills and abilities. And then, okay, the third part of this talk slash training is, okay, you categorized your dreams as well as, okay, you put them into time plans. And the reason for this is because sometimes when we say, naku, maganda sana pag meron akong ganito, or alam mo, pagka-retire ko, I'm gonna be doing this, or if only I finished, okay, my training in this, then I would probably be this and that. A lot of times, okay, the reason why, and this is from experience, okay, and this is what I see from people, and I'm synthesizing all the things that I've been reading. A lot of times, people don't realize that what is stopping them from getting the things that they want in life or getting to where the space where they wish to be, it's only because they haven't actually organized their thoughts or ideas about them, as well as, okay, they haven't prioritized things so that it's easier for them to make decisions as they go through their daily lives. Kaya tuloy hindi na nare-reach. They only become wishes and not, okay, translated into real dreams and goals because, okay, the thoughts and ideas have not been organized. The life, okay, that is lived has not been prioritized. So tuloy, walang clear-cut na target. And so when decisions or choices have to be made, it becomes harder for the individual to work or choose or decide towards the goals that he or she wants. After all, kasi hindi na clear kung ano ba yung gustong maabot. Okay, so, okay, we go back. So third section is where you have, okay, looked at what's possible or what you could do within the 1 year, the 2 to 3, the 5 years, the 10 to 15, and then the 20 years. So when I did this with the group of teachers that I talked about, okay, one of them wanted to have some kind of a foundation, a foundation that has to do with education. And so while she was thinking about that, okay, when we were talking about, so where would you place this? And then she said, yes, probably, okay, in the 20 years from now time. So, but, okay, although that it's still far away, what we discussed is that because it's in your future, while you are interacting socially with people, perhaps, okay, while you are meeting new people and forging new exchanges or connections, then you might find some people who are also interested in the same thing as you wish to do. And so then you have something in common to talk about. And who knows, okay, if that can open up avenues, okay, towards later projects, which leads to what she eventually would like to do in the future. So I said, it's not that you are going to kind of use people towards your end. It's about knowing where you wish to be in the future. That helps you to forge better connections. with the people that you have something in common with. And then it also helps you to kind of navigate and communicate your boundaries with people that you may not want to have in your life, which we will talk about, okay, in the second video that, okay, I will record later. Okay, so now we have talked about the third step. So the fourth step, okay, that I wasn't sure if I was going to talk about here when I started this recording, okay, is this. So the fourth step is, now you need to look at your the strengths category that you made, as well as now the fourth part is you now look at what are the things. So the question that you now have to ask, and you might want to write this down, okay, and this is another 15 to 20 minutes worth of your time. So the next part, okay, that you may want to write is what are the things, or who are the people, or what are the circumstances or situations in my life that hamper me or doesn't allow me to reach for the goals that I wish to, for myself, for my family, for my loved ones, for my life. Are they situations or circumstances that are out of your control? Because you might want to compartmentalize that or categorize that, okay, later as well. But for now, just write them all down. But, okay, you might want to think about, as you go through your list, okay, as you list them all down, you might want to think about, are there people in your life that kind of negatively impact you, so that instead of building your dreams or helping you or supporting you to build your dreams, they actually become dream stealers? Okay, so that's one. Second, are there circumstances that are outside of you that you don't have control over, that are hampering you from reaching for your goals, or even have a negative impact on your dream building? Because that also needs to go into your list. Number three, are there strengths of yours, okay, that can sometimes hamper your dream building and can sometimes go against you? And I have a very personal experience about this. And if Rado, okay, comes across this video, he's going to have a eureka moment, okay, about this, because I had a strength. I still have that strength, but, okay, it can become, and it becomes negative when I am not able to balance, okay, that trait with another quality or another characteristic. And I'm going to talk to you about that, okay, in the second video, because it will have more of a relevance there. Okay, so what are the circumstances that you may not have control that may hamper you from dream building? Number two, who are the people, okay, that may have some kind of a negative impact on you while you're dream building, or while you are even just thinking about where you wish your life to be or to go towards, okay? And then also, what are the characteristics or traits that you have that may be positive at some point but may actually become negative, or may have a negative impact on you and on your dream building task as you move along through life, okay? And then some other things that you wish, okay, to put in there, like perhaps you have certain circumstances that you have control over, but, okay, they are hampering you. Like, for instance, okay, you are not in the right place, right country, right city for the things that you wish to do for yourself, for instance, okay, so that also should go into that list. Okay, so it's been 24 minutes. Thank you so much, okay, if you have been listening from the very beginning and you're still here, okay, in this part of the video. So this thing is part of a one-day training that I have done, and I am making it available for everyone because I feel like in the current circumstance that we have in terms of the pandemic, I feel like there are more important things to focus on than the negativities or the worries. I feel like this is a time and an opportunity, and there is space for some of us, for many of us, to focus on our own personal growth, because this can also lead to your professional growth if you wish it to be. I feel like knowledge or information that we gather as we go through life, even if we have paid for them in terms of money, in terms of time, or in terms of energy, if we have stumbled upon something and it becomes a gift to you, there's a Chinese saying that you actually have an obligation to share it with others. So, and that's what I'm doing. I'm actually paying forward many of the things that I have received from many people, many mentors. A lot of them are authors, are books that I have been reading over the years. Okay, they are actually, a lot of my books where these ideas are coming from are on loan to the same group of teachers that I have just talked about in this video. So, but a lot of them will be coming from Seth Godin, if you're familiar with his work. But okay, there are so many books, okay, that I have drawn these ideas from. And if you wish to know more about them, I will also have some kind of maybe a sharing of those, okay, when, when the books come back to me. I don't know when, probably before the end of April. So tune in for that when I'm actually able to run a recording that only has to do with the resources where all these ideas are coming from. For now, what you can take away from this that is useful, please feel free to use it. These things that I am sharing with you has been passed down from, if not from books that I've read, from mentors and training leaders that I have had the privilege to learn from and to be mentored by, as well as they are products of a lived experience that I have personally and professionally. And so if you feel like you are able to use this in your own life, then that's super great. So if you have any questions, please do write them in the comments. That would help me to gain more insight into how to run these things in the future and how to do more about this. I would like to give a shout out, to Rado, because I wasn't very sure about how I was going to run these short trainings and how I was going to make them into a more concise form from a whole day workshop to a 30-minute video. But from what he is also doing and what he has initiated and started on his own, in his if you have Facebook, please find him and find his page, The Philosopher. It's FILOSOPER, and there's a video there that talks to you about why it's called that. Okay, so thank you for listening, and I hope that this is helpful for you. And this is Heda for the Be Remarkable campaign. Bye for now. See you in my next video.